Rodrygo is the reason Arsenal are stalling on Eze. Kang-In has been linked to Arsenal, and Zinchenko and Trossard are close to leaving the Emirates. Yes, people, then welcome back to RASenal TV and welcome back to the RASenal Transfer Center. I hope you are all blessed and well. This video is not going to be long by any stretch of your imagination. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here and leave a comment down below in the comment section of what you think on this video. People, we have a lot to get through today. As I said in the intro, Rodrygo is the reason why Arsenal are stalling on a move for Eze. This was reported by India Kalyan News today, that as we know already, Arsenal have the money for Eze. It's not a problem. Getting the money for Eze is not a problem because we already have the money. Initially, I thought it was about getting bodies out. It doesn't seem that is the case necessarily to get bodies out, to get Eze in. It's about signing him. Now, Crystal Palace have been scratching their heads as to why Arsenal have not made their move yet. And the reason is because of Rodrygo of Real Madrid. Rodrygo is Arsenal's #1 target. This was reported by the Hand of Arsenal over a month ago now. And I started talking about Eze almost 2 months ago now. Not Eze, Rodrygo almost 2 months ago when it was first reported all that time ago that we could potentially be in for a move for Rodrygo. Now, the reason why Rodrygo is holding up the move for Eze is because Rodrygo is Arsenal's #1 target for that left wing. But for me, it doesn't make sense. Because if you have the money to sign Eze, go and get Eze. Get it done. Get it absolutely done right now. And the reason why I say that is because Eze is not going to sit around and wait for too long. We know that Palace will now be playing football in the UEFA Conference Europa Conference League next season, as they lost their appeal and they won't be able to pay in the Europa League as their owner owned, I think, a share in Lyon or something. And I think Lyon are also in the Europa League. You can't have two teams in the same European competition. So this further confirms that potentially their biggest stars from Crystal Palace will be leaving. That of Eze. We know after the Community Shield that their owner said, players come, players go. These things happen. The reason why Arsenal are stalling on a move for Eberechi Eze is because they're waiting to see what happens with Rodrygo at Real Madrid. They're waiting to see if Real Madrid will make an option open for Rodrygo to be moved on. Arsenal want Rodrygo for that left wing. He is seen as the perfect option for that left wing. He would be fantastic on that left wing. As also today, Franco Mastantuono also completed his medical for Real Madrid today, and he will be one of their new right wingers, and he's going to be contested for that right wing. That's where Rodrygo was playing at the time, because Vinicius was on the left as well. Couldn't get him in. He's fallen down the pecking order. I've been saying this over and over again. But I would be fuming if Arsenal have the money right now to go and get Eze. Go get him. Go get him. Stop wasting time. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. I'm an iron and this, that, and the other. Go and get your man now, because we would be fuming if Tottenham go and get Eze and then you miss out on Rodrygo as well because you was waiting for too long. Arsenal, do not let it happen. As I said, Tottenham are preparing a bid for Eberechi Eze. Eze is only wanting to join Arsenal as of right now. He only wants Arsenal. He's not going to wait forever. Tottenham do have Champions League football now, as they did win the Europa League. So wherever team has Champions League football, he wants to go. But Arsenal is his #1 target, as he's a boyhood Arsenal fan and he was in the Haaland Academy. So Arsenal, do the right thing and just get this Eze deal over the line. He's not going to wait forever. He will not wait forever. He will not wait forever. Now, another winger that could potentially coming into Arsenal is that of Kang-In of PSG. Now, in January, it was reported by David Ornstein that Arsenal were looking at an option of Kang-In to join Arsenal, but at the time the fee that was demanded, around £48 million, was deemed too high. Arsenal don't want to pay the fee. The only option that could potentially get Kang-In to Arsenal is a loan and then an option to buy. Now, he can play on the right wing. He can also play on the left wing. I think he played on the left wing when he came on for PSG against Tottenham yesterday when he got that goal back. He got that crucial goal back, which started the resurgence for PSG to win the UEFA Super Cup. Now, with all that being said, will Arsenal go for Lee Kang-In? This all depends on if they get their top target, Rodrygo. Arsenal are keeping the options open, and we know that Arsenal are keeping the options open because that's the way Arsenal have been operating throughout this transfer window with Andre Berta at the helm, having many hands and many pies to make sure that you don't lose out on anything, which is a very, very good thing. Now, he is 23, he's 24 now. Lee Kang-In is 24. Do we think this would happen? Well, as of today, Fabrice Hawkins reported today that Premier League clubs are monitoring his situation and PSG could be open to letting him go if a good offer comes in. That good offer could be a loan with a strong obligation or good fee to buy next summer, whatever that option is, which makes both parties happy. This will be one to watch and one to watch and one to keep eyes on. I said the same thing twice in the same way, but it doesn't matter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Anyway, regardless, now let's move on to some exits. And that comes in the form of Alexander Zinchenko. And reports were coming out from Turkey that Fenerbahce have made a solid offer to Arsenal for the services of Alexander Zinchenko. We know that Zinchenko has fallen down the pecking order. He also released a book this week talking about the last year that he had at Arsenal, it being one of the hardest years of his life. The manager, obviously Arteta, not believing in him as much, has knocked him down as well. His wife has been, pardon me, upset about the fact that he hasn't been playing a lot. He's been coming in trying to make jokes and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 but it's been affecting him a lot. For some reason, I'm just reminded of when who was it? Was it Sambi Lokonga? Do you remember in All or Nothing? Those have watched All or Nothing. Someone was at the table talking about they haven't got game time, and Eddie was like, "Hey, bro, look, we all want game time, and this, that, and the other." It happens. It happens. These things happen at a big club. They do happen at a big club. It's not to say it's going to make it any easier. Now, he did also say when you're on like 200 plus grand a week, basically, it makes it much easier. It does. But you've fallen down the pecking order, Zinchenko. And you could have the thing you are looking for, which is regular first team football, if you make this move to Fenerbahce. I do believe you can make the move to Fenerbahce. You'll be able to play in midfield. You'll be used very much as used. You may even be the standout there, Zinchenko. Fenerbahce is a move that I think you should be looking at because you're not going to get out of Arsenal. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get ahead of Lewis Skelly, Calafiori. You're not going to get ahead of them. You're not going to get into midfield at Arsenal either. So unfortunately, you are very surplus to requirements, and I really do think that you should entertain this offer and go on to Fenerbahce, in my opinion. Also, someone else that is closing in on a move away to, where are you moving to? Potentially the Midlands. Now, AS Roma are currently pushing for a move for Leon Bailey. Now, Leon Bailey plays on which wing? Is it the right wing? I think it's the right wing. Well, as of today as well, Newcastle had a here we go confirmed from Fabrizio Romano for Jacob Ramsey. Aston Villa are losing their wingers, and this is where Leandro Trossard comes in. Yesterday, I reported that India Callion News said that Leandro Trossard is a target for Aston Villa in case Jacob Ramsey leaves. Jacob Ramsey has now been confirmed that he is going to Newcastle and the player is on his way for a medical right now. There were reports today that also Aston Villa are now closing in for a deal for Leandro Trossard, which is around £25 million plus add-ons, which will make the fee rise to about 30 million. Will we have confirmation on this soon? I think we will. I think there is going to be movement because it's now a domino effect now. Teams need their players in sooner rather than later. Ideally, they wanted most of their business done before the season starts. Most teams have got that done. Now it's about the final things coming in, the final dominoes falling into place. Leandro Trossard is one of those dominoes. And I made a domino effect video a couple of days ago as well, explaining that a potential domino effect could happen. I just didn't think Aston Villa would be getting involved. Absolutely. So Jacob Ramsey has now gone to Newcastle. Aston Villa now potentially could step up their interest in Leandro Trossard and get him signed for that left wing. And I feel like he would do well at Aston Villa. He would definitely be a regular starter there as well. And last but not least, Reece Nelson wants to stay at Arsenal and fight for his place at the Emirates because he believes that he is the best left winger at Arsenal right now. And in terms of preseason and what I saw up against Trossard and Martinelli, Reiss Nelson looked the better of the two. In the one game that Madueke played, I did like what I see, but it was only one game. It was only one game and a bit. So, who is leaving to raise funds for this Rodrygo transfer? Zinchenko is close. Trossard is potentially close as well. But I would be fuming again if this Rodrygo deal stops us for getting Eze. We need both players. We need both Eze and Rodrygo. Those are the last two incomings we need. Outgoings, get them done. Find a way to get them done as soon as possible. Because I don't want to get to September and we haven't completed those last two spots. We need another attacking player in the midfield area and we need a winger. So get it done, Arsenal. Get it done, get it done, get it done. And then secure the contracts of Saliba and Saka before the end of the window. And I can't say any more than that. So people, this has been RASenal TV and this has been the RASenal Transfer Centre. And I've been your host, Deanie. If you like what I've said in this video, make sure you smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back tomorrow with another RASenal Transfer Centre. Make sure you're locked in. Love and guidance, people. Peace.